Hello and welcome to another episode. So in the previous video I mentioned an intermediate move. I call it the Overtwist. Masako Kinoshita calls it a linking move. I kind of call it an Overtwist because it is more apt to what it actually does, and there's a few braiding moves in Kute-Uchi that are called linking moves. So I changed the name. That just helps me keep it straight, and when I'm teaching new braiders, it kind of helps keep it straight for them as well. And so the way that goes is we're going to do just like we do before. Let me back up. So what an overtwist move is where we actually perform the closed move twice. So we're going to do it once and then twice, and so that way the loop makes a 360 degree twist, which in a closed move we're already doing a 180 twist, hence why I call it the overtwist. So again, as with everything else in Japanese braiding, there's two ways to do this. So I'm going to show you the easy way first, and that's where we're going to go ahead and perform a closed move. So I'm going to move everything over, stretch and get our tension in, and then we're actually going to transfer that loop right back to the original hand, and we're going to perform that closed move again. So again, so we're going to do that closed move. We're going to put that back on the original hand, and we're going to do that closed move again and stretch. So now there is another way to do this. It takes a bit more dexterity to do, but once you get it down, it's a little bit faster than doing it in the two-step method that I just showed you. So the way that works is you go through your loops just like normal, and then instead of going over top like this, you actually reach all the way around. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these two for the moment so that you can see what it is that I'm doing. So we're going to go over, and we're going to go all the way down around the back side. We're going to put our finger inside of that loop like this. So as you can see, we now have this double twist going on, and when I let go, the black is still back on top. So let's untwist that, and then let's show you what that looks like with all of the threads in place. So we go through the loops just like normal, and we're going to reach all the way down the back side. We're going to reach through the loop, kind of trap it like this, and then we're going to pull it through. And here you can see a really good shot of what I mean by it coming all the way around again. So let it go, stretch, and our black thread is still on top. And as a matter of fact, you can see down here at the bottom of the video where you can see where it kind of transitions. The white is transitioning from underneath on top and then back underneath. So, and again, so we're going to do that again all the way around from underneath. We're going to bring our finger into the loop, let it off our finger, stretch, and then walk. Now, like I said, there is another way to do this, and so if you want to practice this method, you know, try both of these moves to figure out which is easier for your fingers dexterity. So this time, instead of going over the top, we're going to go underneath all the way up top, and then we're going to go around that top part, put our finger through the loop, and then we're going to bring it around. And here this time you see, instead of the white thread being on bottom and the black thread on top of this cross piece, it's reversed. But when we let it go off our fingers, we still have the black loop, or the black part of the loop on top. And again, if you look further down here, you can see that the white goes from underneath, crosses over on top, and then back down. So stretch and walk. Now I'm going to put this down real quick for a second because I want to show you something. So when we did it the one way, where we went underneath, we created this directional crossover. And when we did it the other way, what happened is we actually have this directional crossover. So we're coming from left to right like this. And again, like I mentioned before, with the open and closed moves, when you go from the top or the bottom, you can actually make that left crossover or that right crossover, but in both the open and the closed move. And again, like I mentioned in the other video, when you're first starting out, it doesn't really matter how, which way you grab it. Again, it only makes a big difference once you start getting into the complex temple braids. And you might be asking yourself right now, why would you need to know, as a beginning braider, the overtwist move? And that is because with an overtwist, you can actually set up your braids so that you have a bifurcated color braid. So in this case, I started out with red on top on my left hand and white on top on my right hand. And by over twisting, I was able to keep all the red on one side and all the white on the other side. Now, so what you could do with with the black on top and on all of the loops and white on the top is you can actually make a double-faced braid that where you have all black on one side, and then when you flip it over, it's all white on the other side. So that is the intermediate move, over twist. Join me next time when I go over a few more of the advanced finger loop moves. So as always, thank you for watching and enjoy.